Hello, this is Tarina. I'm gonna show you some other booby trap stuff, protective things, safety things for your food. If you believe that your landlord has the keys, or if you're living with someone that you're not safe with, and you think that they're contaminating your food or poisoning your food, these are some things that I learned to do. And you can actually, when you go into the store, you can see that some foods are tamper proof, meaning it's a little tape that they put around it so nobody would tamper it. I went to Walmart and I had seen that on food before, where they put tape around it and they stop people from tampering with it. So stores are starting to do this too, because they don't want no problems with tampering, with food tampering. They don't want to deal with food poisoning. So a lot of stores are starting to do this now. Um, you see this hot dog? My daughter just had hot dogs today, so she didn't finish all of them. And my son didn't want any, so what I'm going to do is take that and wrap that up. It's hard to do with one hand, but I'm going to try to around. Wrap it around. You see how I'm wrapping it around. Okay, because first thing I did is I made sure there wasn't no holes in my bag. That's the first thing you want to make sure. Okay, I got the tape. Your tape becomes your best friend. Okay, you want to take some tape. Okay, this is what you do. You tape up your food. Okay, I'm going to have to move that around. You put it like that. You just tape it up. Okay. Jada, I need your help with the camera, baby. I'm going to have to. Okay. As you can see, I'm doing it. Putting the tape all around it. Don't rock in this camera like this. I'm filming. Don't do that. You see I'm on video. You see? Okay. Right. You can see that I taped it up. There's no holes in the bag. This is what you might want to do when you feel like your food has been tampered with. Excuse me. Can you please go put on some clothes? This is what you do. Yeah, this is what you do. Right? And sometimes you might want to take this up too. This is already taped up. You always want to take your seasoning and stuff like that. You see that it's taped up. And you would know if somebody removed it, because you would see that the paper is ripped off of it, depending on how aggressive the person is. Okay? But yeah, that's the wrong thing to do. Is when I believe one day I made a report about food poisoning before, because a lot of people, it don't have to mean that somebody did something to you. Sometimes it mean that food is expired. It can mean that too. Food poisoning don't necessarily have to do with people putting anything in your food. Sometimes it could be expired food, or spoiled food or something like that. It happens sometimes. But when you're living with someone that you're divorcing, you never know what crossed their minds. when you living on a landlord property that don't really like you and really shysty about some things, well, when you got a private owner that has a problem, because everybody got problems, some people got a disorder issue. Whether they could be bipolar, they could be struggling with something. You never know what's going on with people's mindset these days. Okay? You never know. But one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to argue with a person that's making a report. I think I've crossed some operators before that was very unprofessional. When it's not your job to give a comment to a person that's reporting anything, it's not your job to even judge them. When you go see a psychiatrist, the psychiatrist, it's not their job to judge you. They're supposed to just listen to you and question you. That's it. But you know who you're around. You know who you're dealing with. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. You know if somebody don't like you. And that's why you don't stay around them. You don't be around them. When you see a therapist, your therapist doesn't have the right to comment on anything. They can just turn their ears up at you and listen to you. They can ear hustle the conversation. That's it. And probably question you. Do the same thing a psychiatrist question you. But their job is not to judge you. Their job is for you. They want you to analyze what you're going through and come to resolve your own issue. They don't resolve it. You resolve it. Okay? The police job. The police job is not to judge you. If you see some officer come to the house and he just up and say, well, I believe that you got some personal issues with it, it's your job to protect. It is your job to protect your family. It's not DCS job, Department of Child Safety job to protect your family. That is your job. You the parent. You protect your household. You know how to do it. You should know how to do it. Don't depend on strangers to help you protect your household. You do it. You do it. You do the protection. That's up to you to do the protection. Don't allow strangers to protect your household, because then that gives them a cue to take advantage or to take over your household. You cannot allow nobody like that to tell you what to do in your own household. Okay? You cannot do that. You found a way to protect your household. That is your household. That is for you to protect. Okay? Well, come up with some type of task. You cannot rely on the police. Sometimes you can't rely on the police. You can't rely on any type of department safety people. You can't rely on no outsiders out there to help you. That's for you to do. Go help. Get some friends that know how to booby trap. You're going to have to get somebody that cares, that knows how to do things well. But the reason why I'm saying that you don't tell everybody everything that you got going on or the things that you do is because sometimes it could be your own friend. I ran into that situation too. Sometimes it could be your own husband or your own wife or your own friends that wants you out of the way for some type of reason. It happens like that. Sometimes you could be friend and enemy and don't even know about it. Okay? So it's things like that to watch out for. That's why I don't have nobody living with me right now. I just have my kids, my small children living with me. I don't have no homeless man staying with me no more. I'm not going to get married anytime soon. I'm not going to do any of that. I have really changed into loving my children and keeping them away from people that can hinder them, So these are some of the things to do, though. You just wrap your food and you tape it. You tape it. And then when the tape comes off, it will peel the plastic. And that's how you know if somebody has been bothering your food. So sometimes this is what you can do. You can wrap it, get the tape it around. Keep taping it around. Make sure there's no holes in the bag, okay? And just put it in your refrigerator or the freezer, wherever place you want your food to be. But this is what you do to make sure. You take your tape is your best friend, okay? Take your tape with you. Take it with you. Put it in your purse. Put it somewhere safe to where where the invader or any children, anyone know that they cannot get to it, okay? This tape becomes your best friend. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Tarina Hines.